My beloved child, you asked me, what steps can one take to truly forgive themselves for past mistakes? This is a very important question. Forgiving oneself is not always easy, but it is a beautiful step towards peace and happiness. Let us explore this together, gently and patiently. First, understand that everyone makes mistakes. Just like when you are learning to ride a bicycle, and you might fall off a few times before you can ride smoothly. Making mistakes helps us learn how to do better next time. Remember, it is okay to make mistakes as long as you learn from them. To forgive yourself, start by thinking about what happened and why you feel upset about it. It's like looking at a picture and seeing all the different parts. Sometimes, understanding why it happened can help you accept that everyone has moments they are not proud of, and that's part of growing. Then, talk to yourself kindly. Instead of being hard on yourself, say comforting words like you would to a friend. You might say, "It's okay, you did your best," or "Everyone makes mistakes sometimes." This is how you show kindness to yourself, and it helps heal your heart. It's also good to say sorry to anyone who was hurt by your mistakes. This can be hard, but it's a brave thing to do. Saying sorry shows you care about others' feelings and are taking responsibility for your actions. This can help you feel better about yourself too. After you have understood and talked about your mistake and said sorry if needed, the next step is to let it go. Imagine putting your mistake in a balloon and watching it float away into the sky. This doesn't mean you forget what happened, but you are letting go of the hurt so it doesn't hold you back anymore. Lastly, learn from what happened. Think about what you can do differently next time. This is how you grow and avoid making the same mistake again. It shows you have not only forgiven yourself, but are also moving forward with wisdom. Remember, forgiving yourself takes time and patience, just like learning a new skill. Keep practicing kindness and understanding towards yourself. Now, let us move on to the next question. My beloved child, you have asked, how does one overcome feelings of guilt and self-condemnation? It's a thoughtful question that touches the heart deeply. Let's walk through this together, finding ways to lighten your heart and clear your mind of these heavy feelings. First, it's important to understand that feeling guilty can be a sign that you have a kind and caring heart. You regret something because you wish no harm or sadness upon others. However, dwelling too long on these feelings isn't helpful for you or for others. Just like carrying a heavy backpack makes it hard to walk or run freely, carrying guilt can weigh you down. To start freeing yourself from this weight, try to see your mistakes as opportunities to learn. Just like when you stumble over a stone on a path, you learn to watch your steps more carefully the next time. Every mistake is a chance to become a better person, not a reason to punish yourself. Then, talk to someone about how you're feeling. This could be a friend, a family member, or someone else you trust. Sharing your thoughts can make them feel less scary, and the person you talk to might help you see things from a new perspective. They might remind you that everyone makes mistakes, and that's how we all learn and grow. Next, forgive yourself as you would forgive a friend. If your friend made a mistake, you would tell them that it's okay. They can try again. Be just as kind to yourself. Tell yourself that you are learning and that it's okay to move on from past errors. Lastly, try to do something positive as a way to move forward. This could be helping someone, making a choice to change a habit, or simply deciding to be kinder to yourself. Doing good things can help you feel better about yourself and reduce feelings of guilt. Remember, overcoming guilt and self-condemnation takes time and patience with yourself. Keep walking forward, gently and with hope. Now, let us move on to the next question. My beloved child, you have asked, is it possible to find peace within oneself after committing a wrongdoing? This is a question that many struggle with, but the answer is full of hope. Yes, it is possible to find peace, and I will guide you on how to achieve it through understanding and compassion for yourself. Firstly, recognize that making mistakes is a part of being human. No one is perfect, and it is natural to feel upset when we do something wrong. But remember, what you do next defines your path. Acknowledging your wrongdoing is the first step towards making things right and finding peace. To move forward, it's important to genuinely apologize to anyone hurt by your actions. This act of saying sorry sincerely shows that you understand the pain caused and are taking responsibility. Apologizing can be difficult, but it is a powerful step in healing both your heart and the hearts of others. After you apologize, give yourself permission to forgive yourself. This can be harder than forgiving others, but it is just as essential. Forgiving yourself means accepting that you made a mistake, but also acknowledging that you have the power to choose differently in the future. It means allowing yourself to step away from the past and look towards a brighter tomorrow. Furthermore, seek to make amends where possible. This might mean correcting a mistake if you can, or helping others as a way to positively balance your actions. By actively making things better, you can rebuild self-respect and restore your inner peace. Lastly, spend some time in reflection and ask for guidance through prayer or meditation. Connect with the peace that comes from knowing everyone has the chance to start again, to improve, and to forgive themselves. Remember, finding peace within after a wrongdoing is a journey that requires honesty, humility, and time. Be patient and kind with yourself as you walk this path. Now, moving on to the next question. My beloved child, you have asked, how can individuals reconcile with themselves after hurting others? This is a deep and important question, and I am here to help guide you through this process of reconciliation and peace. Firstly, it's important to acknowledge the hurt you have caused. This isn't easy, and it takes a lot of courage to face up to our actions. Like when you accidentally break a friend's toy and you feel really sorry about it. The first step to making things right is to admit what happened. This honesty is the foundation for healing. Once you have acknowledged the hurt, the next step is to apologize to those you have wronged. This doesn't just mean saying, "I'm sorry," quickly. It means taking the time to express truly how regretful you are and showing that you understand the pain you caused. This can help the person you hurt feel understood and respected. After apologizing, it's also necessary to forgive yourself. This can be one of the hardest steps because sometimes we feel like we don't deserve forgiveness. But remember, everyone makes mistakes, and forgiving yourself is an important part of healing your heart. It's like cleaning a wound so it can heal properly. In addition to asking for forgiveness from others and yourself, try to make amends. This means doing something to show that you want to help heal the situation. Maybe you could help fix what was broken or do a kind act for the person you hurt. Actions like these can help repair the bond that was damaged and show that you truly care. Finally, learn from this experience. Think about what led you to hurt others and how you might avoid similar situations in the future. This learning is a precious part of growing wiser and living more kindly. Reconciling with yourself after hurting others involves honesty, apology, self-forgiveness, making amends, and learning from your mistakes. It's a journey towards becoming a better person, filled with many steps. Keep walking this path with patience and hope. Now, moving on to the next question. My beloved child, you have asked, what role does self-compassion play in the process of forgiving oneself? This is a beautiful question that shines a light on the path to inner peace and forgiveness. Let's explore how being kind to oneself is essential in this journey. Self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness and care you would offer to a good friend. When you make a mistake, instead of being hard on yourself, you speak to yourself with understanding and gentleness. This is the first step in forgiving oneself. Imagine you dropped your favorite toy and it broke. You would feel sad, but it would not help to be angry at yourself. It's the same with mistakes. They are opportunities to learn, not to punish oneself. When you practice self-compassion, you allow yourself to recognize your feelings without harsh judgment. This is like softly wrapping a warm blanket around yourself when you feel chilly. You acknowledge your hurt, your disappointment, and other feelings, but you also remind yourself that it's okay to be imperfect. This warmth and acceptance make it easier to forgive yourself because you understand that everyone makes mistakes. Furthermore, Self-compassion helps you to heal from your mistakes. It encourages you to look at your actions with clear eyes, without too much sadness clouding your vision. You can see what went wrong and why, and think about how to improve in the future. This clarity comes from a place of love and care rather than fear or sadness. By being compassionate towards yourself, you also build resilience. This means you become stronger and more able to bounce back from difficulties. Next time you face a challenge, you can remember that it's okay to be not perfect and that you can try again. This confidence is like a seed that grows into a sturdy tree, sheltering you with strength and peace. In conclusion, self-compassion is a powerful friend on the path to forgiving yourself. It wraps you in kindness, helps you understand and learn from your mistakes, and prepares you for future challenges with a brave heart. Now, moving on to the next question. My beloved child, you have asked, are there specific practices or rituals that aid in self-forgiveness? Indeed, there are several ways to help soothe your spirit and guide you towards forgiving yourself. Let us look at some simple steps that anyone can follow to find peace within. Firstly, one effective practice is writing a letter to yourself. In this letter, write down what you feel sorry for and express everything that's in your heart, your regrets, your sadness, and also your hopes for the future. This is a way to let out your feelings and start healing. Imagine you are talking to a friend who is hurting. What would you tell them? Write that down. Another helpful ritual is meditation or prayer. Spend some time in quiet thought, focusing on your breathing and letting go of harsh thoughts. You can say a prayer asking for forgiveness and strength, or you can meditate on forgiving words. Picture each breath out as letting go of the pain, and each breath in as bringing peace and new beginnings. You might also find it helpful to create a forgiveness corner in your home. In this special spot, you could keep items that remind you of being kind to yourself, perhaps a comforting photo, a beautiful stone, a plant, or anything else that feels soothing. Whenever you pass by this corner, let it remind you to treat yourself with kindness and forgiveness. Engaging in acts of kindness is another wonderful way to foster self-forgiveness. By doing good things for others, you can feel better about yourself. It's like planting flowers in a garden. Each good deed makes the garden of your heart more beautiful and full of light. Lastly, talk to someone you trust about your journey to self-forgiveness. Sharing your struggles and victories with a friend or family member can make the burden feel lighter and the path less lonely. They can offer support and encouragement, reminding you of your worth and the love that surrounds you. Each of these practices can help you on your path to self-forgiveness. They bring peace to your heart and gently guide you to a place of acceptance and new beginnings. Now, moving on to the next question. My beloved child, you have asked, how does one differentiate between healthy remorse and destructive self-blame? This is a wise and thoughtful question, and understanding the difference can help you lead a healthier emotional life. Let's explore how you can recognize these feelings and respond to them appropriately. Healthy remorse is when you feel sorry for something you have done wrong, but you view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. This kind of remorse is constructive because it focuses on making things better. Imagine you accidentally spilled water on a friend's drawing. Feeling bad about it means you care, and deciding to help fix the drawing shows you want to improve the situation. On the other hand, destructive self-blame is when you keep telling yourself that you are bad because of your mistake. This is harmful because it does not lead to positive change or healing. It's like if you spilled water on the drawing, and then kept saying you are a terrible friend without trying to fix the drawing. This only makes you feel worse and doesn't help anyone. To tell the difference between the two, ask yourself whether your feelings are helping you to move forward and grow, or if they are just making you feel stuck and unhappy. If you find that you are being too hard on yourself, try to change your thoughts. Instead of thinking, I am bad, think, I made a mistake, but I can fix it. Another helpful way to manage these feelings is to talk about them with someone you trust. Sometimes, other people can help you see the situation more clearly. They can remind you that everyone makes mistakes and that it's okay to forgive yourself. Remember, everyone experiences remorse, and it's a normal part of life. But when you find yourself feeling constant guilt that stops you from feeling happy, it might be time to let go of that guilt. Practicing kindness to yourself, like taking a quiet moment to breathe deeply or reminding yourself of good things you have done, can also help balance your emotions. By understanding and practicing these ideas, you can keep your remorse healthy and prevent it from turning into destructive self-blame. Now, moving on to the next question. My beloved child, you have asked, can forgiveness of oneself lead to a deeper understanding of love and grace? This question goes to the very heart of what it means to live fully and with compassion for oneself and others. Let's gently explore how forgiving yourself can open a deeper connection to love and grace. When you forgive yourself, it means you are choosing to let go of self-blame for mistakes you have made. This is the first step in understanding that everyone makes mistakes and that these errors do not define who we are. It's like cleaning a dirty window so that you can see through it clearly again. This clearer view helps you see the truth about yourself, that you are worthy of love and kindness no matter what. By forgiving yourself, you also learn to receive grace. Grace is like a gift that you don't have to earn. It's freely given. When you accept that you can be forgiven, you also learn to accept this gift of grace. This can make you feel lighter and freer, like when you drop a heavy load you've been carrying, and you can finally walk without strain. This experience of forgiving yourself and accepting grace teaches you about love. Love is not just about feeling good when things are easy. It's also about standing strong when things are hard. It's about showing compassion to yourself and others, even when mistakes happen. So, by learning to forgive yourself, you really are learning about the true nature of love, unconditional and enduring. Moreover, as you grow in love and grace towards yourself, you naturally start to extend these feelings to others. You become more patient, more compassionate, and more understanding. You recognize that, just like you, others are on their own journey of mistakes and learning. This can deepen your relationships and help you connect with others in more meaningful ways. In conclusion, yes, forgiving oneself can indeed lead to a deeper understanding of love and grace. It opens your heart to the beauty of life and the goodness in people. Now, moving on to the next question. My beloved child, you have asked, is self-forgiveness a one-time event, or is it a continual process? This is a thoughtful question that touches on an important aspect of growth and healing. Let's explore how forgiveness, especially forgiving oneself, works throughout life. First, understand that self-forgiveness can begin as a single decision. You might decide one day that you need to forgive yourself for something specific you have done wrong. This is like opening a door that has been closed for a long time. Deciding to unlock that door is a crucial first step, and it's a moment that you might always remember as the start of your journey toward healing. However, after you open the door, you might find that there are more steps to take inside. This means that self-forgiveness is often a process, not just a one-time event. You may need to forgive yourself over and over again as you remember different aspects of what happened, or as feelings of guilt come back at different times. It's like walking through a house and opening different windows to let fresh air in each room. Think of it as learning a new skill, like playing the piano. The first time you sit down at the keyboard and make music, it's a great start, but you'll need to keep practicing to really feel comfortable and to enjoy playing beautiful songs. Similarly, forgiving yourself takes practice. Each time you forgive yourself, it helps to heal your heart a little more and makes it easier the next time you need to do it. Also, life brings new challenges and mistakes, and each one is an opportunity to practice forgiveness again. This doesn't mean you are failing. It means you are growing stronger and becoming more filled with grace each day. By continuously working on forgiving yourself, you learn to live with less burden and more peace. In this way, self-forgiveness is both a decision and a process. It starts with a moment of choice and continues as a journey of healing and growth. By embracing this ongoing process, you allow yourself to live more fully and kindly, both with yourself and with others. Now, moving on to the next question. My beloved child, you have asked, can forgiving oneself lead to a deeper sense of purpose or renewal in life? This is a beautiful question that reflects a deep desire for healing and growth. Let's consider how forgiveness can be a powerful path to finding a renewed sense of purpose in your life. When you forgive yourself, it's like opening a door that has been shut tight. Behind this door, there are opportunities to see yourself and your life in a new light. This act of forgiveness can relieve you of burdens and regrets that may have been weighing you down. Think of it as setting down a heavy backpack that you've been carrying for a long time. Suddenly, you can move more freely and see what's around you with clearer eyes. This new freedom can lead you to explore new paths and possibilities. Without the weight of past mistakes clouding your judgment, you might find it easier to discover what you really love to do and what makes you feel meaningful. Forgiving yourself helps clear away the old regrets and make space for new hopes and dreams to grow. Also, when you learn to be kinder to yourself, you can also start feeling more connected to others. Forgiveness opens your heart, making it easier to relate to people and understand their struggles too. This sense of connection can deepen your sense of purpose because you realize that you are not alone in your journey. Everyone has challenges, and everyone deserves compassion, just like you. Moreover, as you embrace self-forgiveness, you may feel a sense of renewal, like a new beginning. Imagine a tree in spring that's putting out new leaves after a long winter. Just as the tree is renewed with fresh growth, your spirit too can feel rejuvenated with the fresh start that forgiveness brings. In this way, yes, forgiving oneself can indeed lead to a deeper sense of purpose and a feeling of renewal in life. It allows you to move forward with a lighter heart and a clearer vision for your future. Now, moving on to the next question. My beloved child, you have asked, is there a difference between forgiving oneself and accepting responsibility for one's actions? This is an insightful question that many people ponder. Let's take a gentle walk through this topic to understand the subtle yet important distinctions. First, forgiving oneself means letting go of self-blame and guilt after recognizing and regretting a mistake. It's about treating yourself with kindness and understanding that everyone makes mistakes and that you deserve to move forward. Imagine you accidentally broke a friend's toy. Forgiving yourself would be to stop feeling bad about it all the time, understanding that it was a mistake, not intentional. Accepting responsibility, on the other hand, involves acknowledging that you have made a mistake and understanding the impact it has had on others. It means saying, yes, I did this, and I am sorry, and thinking about how to prevent such mistakes in the future. Using the same example, it would be like telling your friend you broke their toy and offering to fix it or replace it. Both forgiving oneself and accepting responsibility are important, but they focus on different parts of the healing process. Accepting responsibility is looking outward. It's about how your actions have affected others. Forgiving oneself is looking inward. It's about healing your own heart and not letting past actions prevent you from growing and finding joy. It is possible to accept responsibility for something but still struggle with forgiving oneself. You might admit you did wrong and try to make it right, yet still feel guilty or unworthy of happiness. Conversely, you could forgive yourself and relieve your guilt, but fail to take steps to correct your mistake or apologize, which is necessary to fully move past the issue. Ultimately, the journey to growth involves both accepting responsibility and forgiving oneself. Doing both allows you to learn from the past and to live freely and kindly, both towards yourself and others. It's like cleaning up a mess you've made and then putting away the cleaning tools so they don't clutter your space. Remember, my child, both actions are steps on the path to becoming a better and more compassionate person. Now, moving on to the next question.